everyone. So I have tried to do this video a whole bunch of times, but every single time I seem to get cut off. So I think for time purposes, I'm just going to show you the card that comes up and give a small summary of what that card means. Okay, let's get started. So, this is the second personalized video that I made for my friend last week. If you can recall, he was going through some hard times with his marriage and needed somebody to put things in perspective so he knows what to look out for, pitfalls to avoid, people he can count on, that kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna show you the card and give a little example of the card and then move on. Okay, so first we have the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups is a very motherly, loving, and giving woman who you can turn to for comfort. If she doesn't represent you, then she plays an important role in your life, a true friend you can confide in. She uses her intuition to advise, and quite often she has psychic abilities. I strongly feel that not only does this card represent you, it represents your best friend, which would be me. This is someone you can tell anything to, bounce ideas off of, and she intuitively knows what you are trying to say even without you saying much or anything at all. With this person by your side, you know that no matter what, you have at least one person in your corner. And since the question for number one is this person on the right path, we already established in the last reading that yes, you are on the right path. So it's imperative that you keep this person in your life, which I know that you will, because I'm psychic and your best friend. So that being said, we'll go on to the next card, which is Death. Now, Death and the Devil are the two cards that people fear the most. But the thing about death is that it's merely a transition. This is a transitional period in your life. You're going through a lot of changes with relationships, with your life in general. And number two is why the Queen is on this path. Now, why you're on this path, it's because your life is going through a whole bunch of changes, and yes, expect the unexpected, but also be prepared for whatever might happen. I wrote the end to an important situation or phase in your life. It's important to remember that this card doesn't always mean a physical death, but the death of a phase in a person's life. You are about to emerge into something positive in your life, such as the caterpillar transforming into the beautiful butterfly. Okay. I also think that it's important to note with this card that even though you know things are coming to an end in a certain aspect of your life, you're still going to mourn as if you've been through a death. It won't necessarily happen that way, not that I can see anyhow in the card, but it's going to be something hard that you're going to have to go through. It's good that you have me. Okay, enough of that. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune is influences or people acting in favor of further progress. And this is the Wheel of Fortune. Now, what I wrote here is, there's no such thing as coincidence, but please keep in mind that although things happen for a reason, we have no way of knowing what's in store for us in life. Even if you have the power to see into the future, Things have a funny way of working out whichever way they're supposed to, and I think what you're actually seeing are all the possibilities of what could happen in the future if certain things happen, but you have to keep in mind that things are going to happen the way that they happen. So, that's basically the life lesson here is to remain flexible and go with the flow, which I know you've heard a bunch of times already, but it's just reiterating that fact. Just go with the flow. All right. Number 4 is influences or people acting against further progress. And you have the Hanged Man. You can see that. I'm sorry, the light here is, I open the windows and the light, and the weather doesn't know if it's gonna rain or shine or whatever, so I don't know. But anyhow, again, prepare for change. You're no longer in control over your situation, and you must learn to bide time. You are at a turning point in which the old is forgotten and you start anew. You must let go of all ideas or hopes pertaining to the past. So whatever you thought your life was going to be, it's not going to be that anymore. If death is nearby, which it is, beware of suicidal tendencies due to feeling like you can't cope. Hold on to hope and a knowledge that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And this card also means seeing things from a new perspective. So when you're feeling down and the person that you're ending things with, you're going to see a whole lot of things differently, and it's going to be a huge change for you. Just keep in perspective that there are people in your life that will help you get through it. Okay, I think that was a bird. Alright, so since we've stated that yes, you are on the right path, or the path that is going to happen for you, we don't need to explain Temperance, Justice, and the Nine of Cups. But what I can say about those 3 cards is that when you do go through this change, you're going to feel entitled, or something is supposed to be given to you. And the way that's going to turn out depends on your whole attitude towards the situation. Either it's going to turn out in your favor, or it's not going to. And the way you feel about it in the Nine of Cups, this guy has 9 cups, and that's a lot, but he can't tell if they're empty or full, which means that it might be a hollow victory if he acted childishly through this card, or if he was clear and concise in what he wanted, and he made sure not to resort to any pettiness, or I'm going to act this way because I feel entitled and blah 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 blah, the world should just bow down to me or whatever. The way you feel about what you get out of this experience is highly going to depend on your attitude about everything. And I think as long as you try and manifest what you want out of this experience, the reason why this is happening to you is because you're given a new chance at life to create the life that you actually want for yourself. So you need to figure out what it is you want and move toward it. Hey, boo boo. And the 8th and final card is how difficult the path will be for this person. And here we have the Knight of Swords, which is obviously the person holding on to you that doesn't want to let you go, but for his own selfish reason, her own selfish reasons. I said his because it's a knight. Knights are normally men. But I wrote, this card may represent you or someone who influences your life. He is a medium to dark-haired man with either green or blue eyes. He possesses strong ideas and a sharp mind. At best, he's a real charmer. At worst, he's headstrong and convinced that he's always right and not easily swayed, even when it's obvious that he's not right. Intellectually speaking, this card encourages self-assertion. Don't be scared to speak up. This is the time when you're going to finally get what you deserve throughout this whole thing. Either it's money, or finally to be able to break free from this person, or whatever it is that was keeping you in this relationship to begin with. But don't be swayed by the things that your ex-partner is going to tell you about yourself. You may hear things you're not going to like. I know the same thing happens to me all the time. But don't let that deter you from speaking out about what you actually want. And this person is going to try their damnedest to make sure that you don't get it. They're going to say a whole bunch of crap about you that may or may not be true, and bring up some things and try and prove that you're unfit to live on your own and you need to be dependent and blah blah blah, this other garbage that you know is not true. So basically what this reading is saying is, yes, you're on the right path to getting the future that you want, but make sure that when you try and manifest what you want in your life, be extremely clear about what you're asking for. Leave nothing up to chance. The Wheel of Fortune. Leave nothing to chance. There might still be some surprises, but the more genuine and pure you are in asking the universe for what you want, the better the chances will be that you'll get it in a way that's both beneficial to you and the person that you're having these issues with. Alright, now I finally said it. Nobody cut me off, and that is going to be the final copy of this whole thing. Alright, so if you liked this, please let me know. If you had any feedback or anything that you thought of while I was showing you the cards that I didn't mention, please comment or just tell me. And if anybody else would like me to do this sort of reading for them, I would certainly love to do it. So thank you again, my friend, for allowing me to do this. I had a blast, and who knows, maybe I'll practice on you again. I don't know. We'll find out. Alright, bye for now.